you will be able to get about 1 year if you Google, right? Coursera, and there's a lot of online courses, you will get that. I'll go one step further. Try being a Rotaractor for 6 months. You will learn everything. You will learn everything. Right? I'm fairly sure Ram Kumar Raju is married, but if he runs the presidential conference of this stature, he can plan a marriage. He can run this marriage so beautifully. He can build a house. Again, crisis management is something which we learn from Rotaract and Rotary day in and day out. So there are some of these projects which are very, very critical. I love what the RI president said. He said, I'm willing to learn from you. I think that's one key element which we always need to possess, that our willingness to learn from kids, our willingness to learn from youngsters makes you a better person. In India, I don't know if Ron had this experience, you should check out our traffic signals. That's something which we are extremely proud about. Across the globe, traffic signal has very special meaning. In India, at least in some part of our town, it has a very, very special meaning. Red means stop. Yellow means be careful. Okay, it's going to turn red, slow down and stop. Green means go, right? Whereas here it's a little different. Green means go. Yellow means go fast. And if it's red, check out if there is a cop. If there is a cop, stop. Otherwise, go. Check this out. I said a lot of positive things, nobody clapped. But the irony is today, since a society is like that, we also keep moving on. I learned this hard lesson from my son, who was in class 3 at that point in time. I was just dropping him to the school. It was already 7:45. The school started at 7:50, and I was driving my car. It was just turning. Now there is a countdown, right? 4, 3, 2, and when it was 2, I just tried and zipped through my car. When it was actually yellow, and it just turned red, and I crossed it. He just looked at me and he said, "Papa, that's wrong. You made a mistake." So I said, no, Rohan, I was trying to justify with it. I said, no, that was not a mistake. It was only yellow. And I just crossed it before it turned red. But ma'am in my school said, yellow means you need to slow down. You are pressing the accelerator. That's wrong. Never do that again. Okay? And that's a lesson that he taught me. It was almost like a tight slap on your face. A very, very tight slap on your face. Because you don't like to fall flat in front of your kid. No? I can brush him aside. But he has a logic. He had a logic that day. Trust me, my dear friends, this happened about 1.5 years back. That day, I promised myself that come what may, even if the metropolitan bus right behind me keeps honking, or even if he's sitting on the honk, I'm not going to move. And I will stand still. And when I stand still, I see there is a guy next who does not want to move. He is also standing in the traffic signal. Now, I'm in HR. My profession is human resources. And I had this heart-rending incident when I lost one of my very good friends to a road accident, who had a son who was 6-year-old. He was a colleague who died in a tragic road accident. So I used to visit the family very regularly. After about 3 months after this guy passed away, I went home. I took his son to the nearby shop. I said, let's go, buy some chocolates and come back home. So I took him along with me. And I didn't realize it was that particular traffic signal where his father was killed. So the boy was with me, I was holding his hands, the signal turned red, and I asked him to come along. He just dragged me and he said, don't go uncle, don't go. He just pulled me up. He said, don't go. I said, look, the signal is red, let's walk. That particular day, when my dad died, the signal was red. My dad walked, and there is a speeding bike which killed my dad that day. And that's the day when I realized that our basic respect for traffic signal in this place is not there. And I keep reiterating to Ram and Arjun, who's the next DRR, if Rotaract has to move to next stage, it should be called the version 2.0, that from service-oriented projects, which we continue to do, we need to move into some awareness-based projects for which we need to be role models. Come what, everybody is urgent, everything is urgent, and that particular moment when you cross, and when a life is lost, you're never going to replace it. And that particular day I realized the pain of this young kid who says, my father followed the rules. Somebody didn't follow the rules and he killed my dad. Look at the scar which creates, my dear friends. So I think it's very, very critical for us that if we want to bring about any social change for that matter, that change has to happen from within. And that's the day when I realized that in my car, I will not have anything written below. I've given my car which will have written respect traffic rules. That's about it. It will not say advocate, it will not say doctor, it will not say Zuleika Motors or whatever. Now that's a change, a small change that I want to make. At least a car right standing behind will say, okay, this guy who's right in front of me wants to respect traffic rules and I'll abide by it. So I believe that the change happens from within. More than anything else, Road-Track, I don't see it as a community service organization. Frankly speaking, I've been in Road-Track for a whopping 12 years. From 18 till 30, I never joined Rotary. I said I want to be a Road-Tracker to the entire tenure. And I enjoyed every bit of it. For me, Road-Track is all about a professional development organization. It is a place where you identify yourself. You realize who you are in this particular moment. And I can vouch my job on this particular front. I was not a good student. Academically, I was not a great student. Road-Track taught me everything. And today when I look back, that I'm the head of human resources for Infosys Technologies, responsible for 42,000 people, having about 120 people reporting into me, all I thank every day is this wonderful movement called Road-Track. What I did here is what I do in office. Some of the best projects that we did here, I go and do it in office, and everybody says, you are a creative genius. I said, thank you, I take the credit, but the credit actually goes back to the Road-Track movement. Be it a 100 feet long cake, Road-Track has did 100 community service projects in 24 hours. Were you aware of it? 7-8 years back, this same Road-Track movement in RI District 3230, we did 100 community service projects in 24 hours. I did the same in office, 1/4 of it, 25 community service projects in 24 hours, and I was given the Infosys Awards for Excellence, right? For doing 1/4 of it, the company recognized this is an outstanding stuff, whereas our Road-Trackers will do it with the left hand, 25 projects in 24 hours. We did 100 community service projects in 24 hours. It's a God's given opportunity. I want to conclude by saying this, my dear friends. I love this dialogue from Spider-Man, what Spider-Man says, right? With great power comes great responsibility. Is it easy to be a Road-Tractor? Yeah, it's easy. You just need to join our club. But is it easy to be a good Road-Tractor? The answer is no, right? If you want to be a good Road-Tractor, a good Road-Tractor with substance, it calls for tremendous amount of courage. It calls for tremendous amount of sacrifice. And unfortunately, in our country, sacrifice is always given a negative connotation. It's about leading your life, dying for the country. No, that's not sacrifice we are talking about. Sacrifice is also understanding the other person's need and letting go of certain things to ensure that we all live happily together. Now, Road-Track to me is God's given opportunity. They say in Christianity, to become a priest, you need to be called by God Himself. Same is the case with Road-Track. If you want to be a good Road-Tractor, it's a calling. And when you are called for this very, very special purpose, trust me, the action of yours reflects on the society outside. Benjamin Franklin, who introduced the concept of street lighting, there was no concept of street lighting till such time Benjamin Franklin introduced it. He found that in his road, there's a lot of people who come and play. The children come and play every day. And after 6 o'clock, when it gets dark, the kids were going back home. So Benjamin Franklin wanted to decide, how can I make these children play for longer? So he put up a candle with a brass vessel outside, polished it, and that came up outside his house. There was light outside his house and children started playing there. Looking at this, the neighbor started having the same idea. Suddenly the entire street had street lighting. Our attitude, our enthusiasm is contagious, my dear friends. And I always believe that being a Road-Tractor, doing all these community service projects, we need not look at doing large-scale projects. Even a small project really makes a difference. You would have heard about this anecdote umpteen number of times. There's this young boy who walks by the sea, sees starfishes washed ashore on a Friday evening. He picks up the starfish, says something to the starfish and throws it into the water and keeps walking. And he does this for hours together. When an old man comes to him, catches him and says, what the heck are you doing? Why are you wasting time? You could have done something useful. The boy did not answer and he keeps throwing the starfish. He says something and throws the starfish into the water. Saturday morning he sees him, again he does the same thing. And Sunday this old man really lost his cool. And he said, if this happens again, I'm going to complain to your parents. You're wasting your time. You're really, really wasting your time. For 3 full days I'm seeing you doing the same stuff. He catches hold of the boy and asks him, what difference does it make to you by doing this stupid activity? The boy looked at the old man and he said, it does not make any difference to me, it does not make any difference to you, but it does make a difference to the starfish struggling to get into the water. So saying, he threw the starfish into the water and kept walking. Road-Trackers, my call is this. If you want to be the change, if we are the change, let the change begin with you. Let's make a small difference in people's life. And trust me, being a road tractor is all about being an inspiration to others. And when somebody comes and tells you that you are my role model, nothing gives you more kick than that. Let me close by saying this: we are the change. And thanks for this wonderful opportunity.
Thank you, Sujit. That is truly inspirational. Paul Harris said, "This is a changing world. We must be prepared to change with it." The story of Rotary will have to be written again and again. I think your story today will inspire many to follow your footsteps, perhaps even excel you. For Rotary is all about gumption. And yes, thanks for telling us that small is indeed beautiful. I request Ron Burton to felicitate Sujit with a small memento, please. Now to do a few launches, for which I invite DRR Ramkumar to please come to the dais, the podium.
Check. The hero of today, RI President Ron B. Burton and Jela Ma'am, RI Director Holger and his gracious spouse Suzanne, RI Director P.T. Prabhakar Sir, our past District Governor, the pride of RI District 0230 and his spouse Rotarian Nalini Ma'am, District Governor A.P. Khanna Sir, the leader who has led us to deliver this kind of a beautiful conference, Rotarian Nazar Sir, the District Governor-elect. We can hear it big for him, friends. He's been with us throughout, and he's been, if not for him, today this thing would not be happening. So, kai tattu. And District Governor nominee, C.R. Raju Sir, the Youth Service Director, one among us, Rotarian Basmati Marimuthu Ma'am, Rotarian Shankaran Sir, the Rotak Chairman, past District Governors. If this event is happening today, I would say I would dedicate this to my PDRRs who have been the past leaders of this road track movement. All my dear PDRRs and the event coordinator for this event, Vinod Nagarajan, and my dear co-DRRs from other districts, my dear friends, relatives, and my dear friends of Road Track District 3230. Road Tractors of 3230, can we hear it big for each one of you? Yeah. Friends, like every time there is going to be some kind of an RI recognition given to some club. And I have been into a Rotary International Convention, and I know how jealous it feels to see the citation that is being handed over to the road track clubs which have really proved themselves in their exemplary projects. And I would always think, we are doing so many projects in the road track movement in 3230, but why are we not getting the recognition? Such massive projects, why aren't we getting it? In fact, when Kate and Suzanne were here, so I was talking to them about this, and that is when we came to know that there is a style of reporting that is important. So, in the the Oscars in Rotary, I would say, is this event which is happening in Chennai, the Rotary International Presidential Conference. We are the change. For the first time in 108 years of Rotary, one RI president, one leader who chose the youth is going to be my focus, and I'm going to be here and I'm going to be there to make the change in all of and each and every youth, each and every road tractor in this district. Thank you, Ron. Thank you so very much. Today, this great event has motivated nothing less than 15,000 road tractors of our own district to know what they are, and this hi-fi today has given such a beautiful response in the road track movement for that matter. Each and every road tractor who's sitting here, each and every road tractor who has been waiting for this day is feeling proud that we are the Rotractors of RI District 3230 and we don't need any presidential citation. We have the president among us and we have him who is praising us and who is going to be with us for the next 2 days. Let's hear it really big friends. Ron Duggan in Chennai for the Rotary International Presidential Conference for the first time in 108 years of history of Rotary. So with that, let me first start off with enough of our rights with RI District 3230. So, நம்ம என்ன புதுசா பண்ண போறோம், என்ன டிஃபரெண்டா பண்ண போறோம் அப்படினு பாத்தீங்கன்னா, we are going to do something different today. We are going to be launching the Rotract of 3230. The international service team is coming together and we are launching We Are the Change special pin today. So in the pin, We Are the Change, the presidential conference pin, a special pin is going to be launched right now, followed by Let's Be the Change, our own district Rotract Council's pin. So I would request Ron to please release the first pin for us. And I would request our RI Director, P.D. Prabhakar, to pin our RI President, Ron Burton, with the We Are the Change pin. Now request all the dignitaries to stay back while we release our district flag. We have come out with this innovative, we're trying to copy Rotary. So now we have our district flag launched, the Let's Be the Change flag. Can we have the Let's Be the Change flag inside? And can we have Vidyuta, the International Service Director? Thanks a lot to the dignitaries on this. And Ron, we have also made a special We Are the Change anthem, which you first saw, the first anthem which was played, and that is done especially for your, to mark the respect of the Rotractors for you, and that is why we have done that, which we would also be playing it in the future. Please, thank you so much. Thank you so very much. Thanks a lot. And friends, எல்லாருமே பார்த்திருப்பீங்க இந்த morning We Are the Change அப்படின்ற ஒரு anthem நம்ம play பண்ணிருந்தோம். And that is the We Are the Change anthem that is going to be played again. That is the second release of the District Rotract Council. And yes, Ron is also graciously accepted to meet all our presidents. All the presidents and the secretaries and the district officials of this year are going to be having a special meeting with Ron. So our RI president is also accepted to do that. So thank you so very much to all the dignitaries on the dais for getting this opportunity to the Rotractors of RI District 3230. Let's be the change, we are the change, and let's inspire others. Thank you so much for this beautiful opportunity, and it's a pride talking to each one of you. தயவு செய்து எல்லாருமே நல்லா கை தட்டுங்க, கஷ்டப்பட்டு Thank you so very much. Thanks a lot.
Thank you, Ram. I think the audience needs to conserve its energy for clapping for the next set of awards, which are for the Young Achievers. I invite Retired Hemachandran to announce the Young Achiever Awards.
Distinguished dignitaries on the dais, Rotarians, friends, and future of this nation, my dear road tractors, very good afternoon. I think now good evening, past 3. Franklin D. Roosevelt, 32nd President of United States, said, "We can't always create future for the youth, but we can build youth for the future." Our own RI President Ron D. Burton says, "Let us engage youth, inspire youth, and involve youth in all Rotary activities so that we are not creating Rotarians, but future leaders who are going to create and change this world." With that inspiration from the RI President of Rotary, our dynamic district 3230 leaders decided to recognize and award 5 Young Achievers Award in the field of sports, entrepreneurship, arts and culture, entertainment, and innovators who demonstrate extraordinary conviction and awe-inspiring accomplishment in their fields and lives. Our young achievers or trailblazers in their own fields are conferred on these young and talented individuals to inspire youngsters like you, young generation, to face challenges, overcome obstacles, and push themselves beyond the limit to succeed. Wasting no time,